Hey guys, welcome back to Weekenders on the Water. Today we're here in the garage and today we are going to be replacing the boarding ladder mount on this 2017 GTI SE 130. So if you want to find out how to do it, then you're in the right place. Make sure you stick around, check it out, hit that subscribe button, and let's go. Alright guys, so here we are looking at the backside of the 2017 GTI 130. Here's the boarding mount, or here's the boarding ladder, and you can see it's held on by two mounts here on either side, and this one is actually completely loose. I've just got it held up with a bungee cable right now, but you can see it's spun around too. There's a spring in there. There it goes. I guess it's loose now, but it's completely snapped off the mounts there. So my goal is to get the old one off, get the new one replaced. Got the new pieces right here. This is actually two separate pieces. I'll put the part numbers on the screen here. You can see the color difference in the old one versus the new one. Feel a little bit different. This one feels a little bit more like oily, so like newer. So you can see just over time they kind of dry out. You know, I think they're going to get a little bit more brittle. You can replace the entire step. So the deal is each one of these pieces is about $50 a piece. So it's $100 for one mount, or you get the whole step for $200. I kind of debated it one way or the other, but in the end I went on the cheaper route, and we're just going to replace just the one side. The other side seems like it's in decent shape for now. Yeah, I may end up regretting that decision later, but for now we're just going to replace the one side. So here are the two pieces separated. You can see what they kind of look like if you want to get a better look at them. So nearly identical, kind of just mirrors one of the other, and it shouldn't really be too bad. All right, so we're going to start with the disassembly here. I'm going to go ahead and remove what's left of the old bracket first. It's just held on there with one bolt. It's 10 millimeter on this side. This side here has got a captive nut, so I don't really have to worry about that. We'll take this, just unbolt that, and it should come right off. Alright, so there we see the inside of it. There's the spring that holds this whole thing together. That spring is broke. Looks like I probably should have replaced the spring too at the same time. Well, I'll order another spring. We'll have to do that in a different video. For now, we'll just put the broke spring back in the new bracket. We'll come back to it. Alright, so next up, there are three bolts that hold this thing on. Two up here, one on the bottom. They are T30s, so we'll go ahead and take those off. Alright, so here are the screws that I took out. And what's interesting about them, they have like this rubber coating on them. There's like rubber towards the end, there's rubber on this side here. I mean, it looks like there may be a little bit of like almost a gasket in there. All the coatings are all different sizes, so I don't think this is something that like you would buy like this. To me, that looks kind of more maybe in like an RTV or something like that. I do think eventually I will go back and replace that spring and probably redo the install on this side. If I get the replacement spring in before this video goes out, I'll add that footage in here. Alright, so picking up from where we left off, I did get this reinstalled. This is the new side plates here. The boarding step works about like it did before, which is kind of like how it's always worked. It's always kind of been, you know, comes down, it doesn't really go back up on its own, but it does hold up. This thing floats, so in the water it's never really been much of a problem, and it's always been like that since I bought this thing, so I assumed that's how it was supposed to be. But when we took this apart, we found that the spring in this side was broken, so went ahead and ordered a new spring. I got the part number there. And so we're going to go ahead and install that. So next up, we're going to go ahead and take our 10 millimeter and undo the bolt that holds these two pieces together. Alright guys, so I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I can get this on there, to get the spring in there without having to remove the whole boarding step. I don't think there's going to be. I think I'm going to have to take the other side off too. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, so here's what we're dealing with. The spring looks like that, right? So there's a curved end and a straight end. So the bent end gets locked in place on the left half of this this mount. And then when you insert the boarding ladder there, trying to see if we can get enough light in there to see it. But what it is there's a little catch right here on the back side of this thing. So what we need to do is we need to rotate that spring about it's going to be about a third of a turn from here to there. So I'm going to get a screwdriver and see if I can kind of pop it over in there. It's going to be tricky to get this on camera. Alright, so we're going to try to see if there's a way to kind of maybe use the screwdriver here as leverage without completely unseating it. Alright, maybe we'll try a pair of pliers. I'm definitely doing better than the screwdriver method. Trick is to get it to catch there. There we go. Alright. Actually that worked. So you can see there now it's locked and loaded. Now if we put this other end on there, and once we bolt that together, you can see as soon as I want to let go of that, it's going to come back. So we're going to go ahead and slide our 10mm bolt back through there. Get the nut for it. Crank that back down. Yeah, so I didn't want to take both sides off, but it's really not too bad once you do get both sides off. The reason I didn't want to take the sides off, I'll show you here in a minute, but you know, now we have holes in our hull, and there's 3 on each side where those nuts came off of, or where the bolts came off of. And you can see these are covered in like a silicone, so we're gonna have to clean these up a bit as best we can. And then this one's got some other silicone on it where I tried the first attempt at fixing this without replacing the screw. But you know, so we'll scrape all the silicone off these nuts, or scrape all the silicone off these bolts, and then we'll reapply some silicone there. I got some clear this time. So instead of doing gray or black, we'll do clear. And then just reinstall it. These bolts here are covered in silicone. And I want to make sure I clean all the old stuff off before I install some new ones, so we have better surface there for that to adhere to. And I tell you, I found a little hack for cleaning bolts the other day. That's what I get for watching YouTube shorts. But the What No Way guy, he had a little trick here that I've tried, and I'm going to give it a shot. So basically what it is you take a pair of wire cutters here, and we're going to thread the bolt in there. I'm just going to use a block of wood for leverage here, but just basically just run it back and forth through that a few times. You can see all the junk that's falling off of there. Yeah, it did a pretty decent job. I got a lot of it off. Yeah, I'm going to go a few more times here. Maybe I don't even need the block. We'll see. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that thing is clean. What? No way.
What? No way.
Alright, now we're going to go ahead and just scrape off as much of this old silicone stuff as we can. So I got a razor blade there. I've already got it started. That's what I do. Alright. Try to use paints. It's going to be tough, sure. So go slow. Take your time. just gonna clean out the holes here, at least the outside of the holes a little bit. I don't want to go too deep into the hull because these aren't threaded. So when we screw these on, we're gonna be real gentle too. You're just screwing directly into the fiberglass here. Also too, you're not gonna be able to get all of it off. There's gonna be a little bit a ring around here because it's actually indented into the hull too. So I'm not gonna worry about that. Get a little bit. Okay. So a little bit more there. It's probably about as good as it gets. So I'm gonna get some fresh silicone and put it on there. All right, so I'm just gonna put little blobs of silicone right there in the holes, kind of all around it. Make sure we shoot it into the holes, all around it. And for this, you pretty much need 3 hands. But I went ahead and got the other end started already to kind of help hold it in place there. And it's just kind of loosely on there, just so we can start getting the holes lined up. And like I said, just be real careful here not to over tighten these things, because you will strip that hull. Like I said, we're tapping right into the hull here. There are no threads. Slow and steady. And we'll raise the bar up so we can go ahead and put the bottom one in. And we'll do that little trick here again. We'll feed the extension up through there. All right, there we have it. It's all installed, so now it springs back up really well. So awesome, good job. All right, guys, so that was super simple. Really only took, I think you could probably do it in about 20 minutes, 30 minutes with filming. Really not too bad. Just need some silicone and a couple basic hand tools, 10mm and extension on your T30, and really pretty simple. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something from it. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything I missed, anything that you'd like to add, any other tips you've got. Really appreciate those. That's going to do it for us today, guys. Remember, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Really help us out. This is a brand new channel, and we're really looking forward to growing. So really appreciate everyone that subscribes. Thank you so much. And with that being said, we're out of here, and we'll see you next weekend. Hey guys, welcome back to Professional Weekers YouTube channel. Today we're here in the garage, and today we're going to be replacing the boarding ladder. Hey guys, welcome back to Professional Weekers YouTube channel. Today we're here in the garage, and today we're going to be replacing the boarding ladder mount on this 2017 GTI SE 130. So if you want to find out how to do it, then you're in the right place. Hey guys, welcome back to Professional Weekers YouTube channel. No.